Every time the crew touched down in Folka, I would make a beeline for the Blue Sky hideout. Half of it was me being a responsible adult and wanting to make sure the Tykes were okay. But there was also the call of duty. Wouldn't be much of a chef's square if I let the troops go hungry, would I? Don't worry, I didn't stuff the kids with just carbs. I also fed them knowledge. Things like what fruit to eat, what shrooms and plants were poisonous, how to tell if a flower had edible nectar, and where to hide from monsters. Lesson number 1, though, was how to locate drinkable water. The kids were living on the edge of a forest, after all. One day, this information could save their lives. For now, at least, it was all in good fun, and the Tykes were loving it. Whenever I gave them a demonstration, they'd rush to repeat it. 9 times out of 10, they'd fail, but instead of getting discouraged, they started a race to see who could get it right the fastest. And I'd always get this strange feeling that I'd traveled back in time. Back to when I was a squire, a Fiendrock, just beginning to discover the world.
Hey, Sir Chef, see that bug up there? You think you can catch it?
Gotcha. All right, gather around, knights. So, this little guy is super good at sensing monsters. Whenever danger approaches, he's the first to hide. There's actually a rhyme about it. Goes, bug on tree, monster free. Bug in ground, monsters around. Those kids were the most inquisitive students you could hope to meet. Soaked up knowledge like a sponge. If I had to choose just one lesson I wanted them to take away, though, it would be know when to ask for help. Because reaching out to others isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of trust. And without trust, you can't build an order of knights or any relationship. Growing up doesn't mean you have to solve all your problems alone. I hoped the kids wouldn't lose sight of that, as I once did. One sunny afternoon, I was heading to the woods with the Tykes when I saw a boy crouched in the shadow of the city walls. Who's he? An innocent question, but Captain Skip glowered and folded his arms.
Just some weirdo from Tempeal. He always looks like his balloon just popped. Once, I asked him if he wanted to be a knight, and he started crying. It's probably better to just leave him alone.
Skip ended this bit with a snort that said, "And that's that." But I couldn't help glancing back at the boy. There was something about him that seemed so lonely. Hey, Captain Skip, this is just my humble opinion, but isn't the duty of a knight to help people? Especially those who kinda sorta look like they might be in need. At this, Skip's face puckered up so hard, you'd have thought I squeezed lemon juice into his mouth. I got where the little dude was coming from, though. It wasn't always easy to do the right thing. But that's what made it so rewarding.
You're not wrong, Sir Chef. Defending justice means defending the weak.
Skip dashed over to the city walls. After what looked like a pretty one-sided conversation, he came back with the boy in tow.
Say hello to the newest member of the Blue Sky Knights!
I couldn't keep from smiling. In that moment, Skip and the lonely boy were the mirror image of Lancey and me when we were kids. It didn't take long for Noobs and the rest of the Tykes to become fast friends. Oh, that's the nickname they gave to the boy from Tempeal, by the way. Noobs. Within weeks, Noobs had transformed into one of the brightest and most active kids in the city. But he'd had a reason to be sad. Turned out, Noobs had lost his parents in the Tempeal incident. He'd moved to Folka after being adopted by relatives. Poor kid deserved some sweetness in his life. after all that bitterness. I did what I could for him, bringing my best creations to the Blue Sky Hideout. Today's special was one of Lancey's favorites, Vane's Paradise Pudding. Smooth, creamy, and so very rich. The sugar had apparently put the kids in a talkative mood. They'd barely gotten their spoons out of their mouths when they started competing for the title of Best Food Commentator. Eventually, this evolved into a debate on which Vane creation was the tastiest. Captain Skip claimed it was the cookies I'd given them the day we met, because they were seasoned with memories. Pretty poetic for a kid of like 7. I love those cookies too, though. They were a recipe from Grandma. Even Noobs was eager for a piece of the action. Warmed my heart to see the shy little guy come out of his shell. But you know how it is with this world. The skies are clearest right before the storm.
My katana's all sharpened and ready.
Is this a drill? Your wish is my command.
My next visit to Folka, I could tell something was wrong as soon as I stepped foot in the city. All the adults stood huddled outside their homes, discussing, arguing. A few were weeping. Turns out, it was the Tykes. They had gone missing. The news hit me like an oncoming airship. When I remembered how to breathe again, I rushed over to Ace, one Blue Sky Knight who'd stayed behind.
What do we do? What if they never come back?
I'll find them, I promise. But you need to tell me what happened. It started with Noobs. Still unused to the layout of Folka, he'd gotten lost in the woods. After about 6 hours, Skip put together a search team and went after him, without telling any adults. Now a full day had passed, and all 4, Noobs, Skip, Beats, and Fessa, still hadn't returned. The whole time he was talking, Ace was shaking from head to toe. I put both my hands on his shoulders and gave him the warmest smile I could muster. You did good, Ace. Now leave the rest to me. I went straight to the Grand Cipher. Needed to recruit as many eyes as I could get. Those kids were my friends, and the future of the skies. I wasn't going to let anything happen to them. Hold on, guys. I'm coming for you.
There have to be traps. Keep your eyes peeled.
It's fruit. It's still fresh. They have to be near. They'll be fine. I know they will.
Out of my way! Now! You shut it half!
Here we are.
Say your prayer! Heck yeah! They'll never see it coming! No! No, you don't!
I taught them how to camouflage themselves in this grass. They probably head out for monsters around here.
You don't think the monsters have already gotten to them?
No, they're okay. They have to be.
Can't keep up. Come
hasn't dried up yet. They have to be close. I'm coming! Hey, pick on someone your own size.
Sir Chef!
You guys aren't hurt, right? Just wait a little longer. This will be over in a jiffy.
Do forgive me.
The tide rises.
Ever try fighting a shadow?
Sorry to trouble you.
Spread your wings.
Fight harder.
The butterfly in my break. You can't keep up.
Rain on the hill. Crescent moon.
What do you think? Take them down.
By my blade.
You were a lovely partner.
Always down to die for justice.
You shut it down! Crimson Thorn!
There. Done bless.
Soul on the sea. Open up.
You want more?
It's good time!
Rain on the hills.
What do you think?
Hurricane!
Come, Crimson Thorn. There. What do you think? Don't play too hard. Come. We'll hit you
You
with
got
this.
it!
Thank you, Rosetta.
You are a quick little man.
Got it! I'll keep a watchful eye out!
Goodbye.
Ready, keep up! Over here, you get! For nothing!
No falling under. Come to my...
It's all coming up big.
What do you think?
It's on! You should never have messed with us! Going rain down! Maya!
I'm here. All is way. Yodora!
Hit!
Paint them red.
Giant one! Absolute hero!
There's that gold. It's like he's a real knight.
Let's bring this to an end.
Film on the fresh.
Ready for this? Testing your leg!
Come and sit down.
Tear them
Bury
down.
them.
Let's do this!
Strike now.
Indeed.
Cast away.
Advance!
Spread your wings. Film on the
No running back!
No way! He won! Looks like the little squirts are doing just fine.
Yeah, I think I need a moment.
Thanks. You did good, Sir Chef.
Skip still had enough in him to put on a brave face. That was a good sign. As I checked the rest of the tykes for injuries, I could feel that familiar tingle in my tear ducts. But I held it in. Kids had gone through enough. Without a grown man showering them in snot. I'm so glad you pulled through. The Blue Sky Knights really are amazing. Captain Skip immediately lightened the mood by trying to fit his hands around my biceps.
Whoa! I had no idea you were so strong.
Vane, who'd been hovering nearby, crossed his paws.
You think those tree trunks are just for show? Vane's a trained knight, vice captain of the White Dragons.
The White Dragons? Wait, Sir Chef, you were an actual knight?
Oh no. The upturned eyes of betrayed innocence. The ultimate technique. I started to sweat. I mean, yes, technically, but I hadn't actually lied to them, but hiding the truth was just as bad. I steeled myself for the eruption, but it never came.
Wow, a real knight! You need to let me interrogate you for my notes later.
No wonder you kick butt! Dude, awesome!
I should have known. Those kids would never turn on a friend.
Yeah?
All right. Hello there.
Wish I could say all's well that ends well, but unfortunately it doesn't work like that. As we started back for Folka, I decided the kids and I needed to have a serious talk. All right, spill it. Why'd you all go into the woods alone?
Noobs was in trouble, and, you know, it's the duty of a knight to help people. I just thought we had to save him.
Skip spoke down to his shoes. I felt my heart drop. It's the duty of a knight to help people. Those had been my words, so I was to blame for this whole mess. Skies above, why do I always... But before I could chase this dark train of thought any further, a small tug on my sleeve brought me back.
All those survival skills you taught us really helped. Yeah, thanks to you, we were able to properly locate food and water, and hide from monsters.
I was so proud of them. But now was not the time to encourage their recklessness with praise. Do you realize how worried everyone was? If anything bad happened, your friends would be hurt big time, and not to mention your families. Yes, as knights, you have a duty to protect. But as people, you have a duty to your loved ones. So remember, the Tykes chimed in for this next line.
Know when to ask for help.
Okay, now it was time to be proud. Crouching so I was eye to eye with the Blue Sky Knights, I held out my pinky. It's a promise, okay? An oath between knights. I recently returned to Folka to find the Tykes holding a serious discussion. According to Skip, they were in big trouble for marching deep into the woods without adult supervision. As punishment, the Blue Sky Knights had to disband. The kids didn't look too upset, though. Au contraire. Skip stood feet apart, head high, one fist reaching for the sky.
Today, we form the Order of Vane.
Guess they'd found a loophole. I mean, what did the grown-ups expect? These kids were joined at the hip.
No one's found the hideout yet. I say we train there till we're all super cool knights like Vane.
Well, kids and their stupid dreams, right? You know, I never thought that one day I'd have a group of mini-me's, which is nice, but also kind of scary. 'Cause what if you set a bad example, let them down the wrong path, on and on? It's enough to make you want to run and hide. But that's not what knights do. We stand our ground. We support each other. And with the best friends in the skies looking out for me, I know I can become just the kind of hero these kids deserve.